हुन्छ त्यसपछि हामी क्वेसन आन्सर लिन्छौँ आफ्नो हात उठाउनु होला
So I'll just make a few brief comments and then I'll respond to any questions that you may have. But first of all, very happy greetings of the season, of the holiday season of Dasani, Deepavali, and Chhath. I wanted to brief you a little bit. I've also been away in Delhi. His Excellency, the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Kamal Thapa, paid an official visit to Delhi. And this was his first foreign visit, I think within a week of taking over his responsibility. And I think this demonstrates the importance that our two countries attach to this relationship. In fact, it's no secret if I can tell you that the visit was arranged within 2 days. So you can see how important this visit is from the perspective of both countries. And this shows you the depth of the relationship that our two countries enjoy. And this is a very strong, very vibrant relationship. And the visit provided a very good opportunity to discuss at the highest levels, highest political levels, all issues relating to the bilateral relationship. His Excellency, the Deputy Prime Minister, had meetings with the entire cross-section of India's political leadership. And one message that we have conveyed is our keen desire to further strengthen and develop the friendship and cooperation between our two countries. The visit was also important in terms of preparing for the proposed visit of His Excellency, the Prime Minister of Nepal, to India. And it was agreed that all the bilateral mechanisms that we have should meet in accordance with their schedules. In particular, the Joint Commission should meet soon so that we can review all our bilateral cooperation and have a very meaningful visit of His Excellency the Prime Minister as and when it is finalized. In addition to the bilateral issues, the visit also provided an opportunity to discuss current issues, including the situation along the India-Nepal border in the Tarai. And I think there was a very detailed, in-depth exchange of views in terms of the assessments, how each of us looks at the situation as to the reasons as to why it has arisen and the possible way forward in terms of how these back. As far as India is concerned, our assessment, and this has been conveyed at various levels, including high political levels, for a considerable period of time, is that the situation has arisen because of certain political issues and certain feelings among sections of the society that their aspirations have not been addressed, and hence they are agitating in order to seek a solution to their grievances and demands. The government has taken some steps. I think efforts are underway on behalf of the government to try and see how best these demands can be addressed. As a result of this ongoing agitation, there have been disruptions and interruptions of various supplies to Nepal. As you are aware, there are a very large number of trade and transit points for cargo between India and Nepal. The major trade point is the station at Luxor and Beeganj, and that has been blocked for a long time. So what has happened is that I think 60 to 70% of the trade which comes through Luxor, and that is also the only point where containers and bulk cargo also arrive from Kolkata port. So that checkpost accounts for the bulk of the trade bilateral as well as per country is blocked, and I think that has resulted in a lot of difficulties. Large numbers of trucks are piled up. Border checkposts where there are no difficulties, and these keep varying from time to time. Sometimes one place is open, sometimes another is open. So the effort has been to see if to see how in the areas where there are to 1,000 trucks have been coming in to Nepal from the border posts where there are no difficulties. But of course, the main border post is Raxaul and Birganj, which accounts for the bulk of supplies into Nepal. So that is an issue, and I think you can see the impact of that in terms of fuel availability, etc. One of the issues that was also discussed was the fact that in the long line of trucks at Raxaul Birganj, there are also a large number of BOL gas bullets and tankers, and whether it is possible to reroute them from some other checkpost. So that is something under very active consideration, and as far as the Government of India is concerned, we will extend the facilitation to see if this can be done. I know that NOC officials are already engaged with their counterparts to see if this is possible and what needs to be done to ensure that. So basically, that is the state of affairs as we have today. And I thought I'll have this opportunity to discuss with you, apart from extending my greetings on the festival season, also to briefly discuss with you and brief you about how we see the situation. Once again, I would like to say that we see this very much as demanding a political resolution, that we are aware that efforts are underway. Informal efforts have been made, and a dialogue team has been constituted. I understand that there are also constitutional amendments that have been registered by the previous government. So I'm aware that the government here is making necessary efforts to find, to see at least some way of addressing some of these issues and beginning the process of a dialogue and discussion. And we feel that would be a very positive step, and we would welcome such an effort.
Do you have any questions?
I see you talked about Prime Minister's doing it. So what about the date?
No dates have been fixed. A formal invitation has been extended to His Excellency the Prime Minister, and the invitation has been accepted, and so I was told. And we are certainly looking forward very much to such a visit, and we believe that it should be a well-prepared visit, substantive visit. Dates have not yet been finalized, and we hope this can be done soon, taking into account the schedules of both Prime Ministers.
Excellency, any chance to have a role of facilitator or mediator